Hello there, Riddle second graders. Welcome to another episode of Virtual Art. This is video 19, and today we're going to continue with the little drawings. I like to do the art cards. We've been really busy making a lot of drawings. Today, our drawing is going to be a cardinal bird, and today I want the art card to be horizontal like this, not tallways. You can see the size here. And in the middle of this art card, I want to make a large, sort of like a U shape. That's kind of curved. So it starts here, curves to here. Here's the middle of the page. You can see that's more on one side. What you're going to do next is at the top, then I'm going to bring it down, and this is going to be turned into the bird's head, and I'm going to make a beak. Next, I'm going to make an eyeball, and I'm going to make a shape around my eyeball too big. Next, I'm going to make the bird's wing. Shape. And finally, the tail feathers. On the wing, I want to make a couple short feathers and a couple long feathers. Next, I'm going to make the bird's 2 feet. Make them kind of curling down, and it's going to be curling on a branch. Down and curling on a branch. And then I want to make the branch. I'm going to make it an evergreen tree that he's sitting on. It is a boy bird. Let's see here. I'll have a couple other branches around. Something like that. I'm going to make these all brown. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use red first on my bird. I make the bird red. Cardinals are red. When I was little, my grandma loved cardinal birds, loved birds. And she could whistle like all kinds of birds. Because she grew up, she didn't have TV and all the stuff that we all have nowadays. So she loved watching birds, and she would imitate them, and my favorite was the Bob White, but she could whistle like all kinds of birds. So I kind of learned a little bit, but nothing like her. Bob White was a bird it's kind of like, his name is Bob White, so that's what it sounded like when they made their whistle. It's like Bob White. And she would set out little pie pans on the tree to keep certain other birds away, and then she would have little feeders, so that way the birds that she liked would come right to the window, right in her living room, so she could see the birds. The birds would come right up to the house. At the same time this was going on, my grandpa was always outside welding and doing things. Welding metal is when you're using electricity at a really high temperature and you're melting metal. So they'd always be doing that, and I was fascinated with it. I wanted to watch because it was really bright colors going on of fire and stuff, and it looked really cool. But they said I can't watch because it'll make me go blind. Kind of crazy sounding childhood, don't it? And I always went to my grandma's house. She was the one that watched me when I was little. So that's also where I grew up. Whippoorwill, that's another one. That's a bird. Different types of birds have different types of sounds that they make. Their calls. Well, I don't remember the cardinals, but I know that she could do it. Okay, so I got my bird outlined, looking pretty good. I'm going to take a dark green and I'm going to make the pine needles. If you're interested in birds, or if you're learning how to whistle, you could easily nowadays, instead of go out in the woods, you could just Google and probably research pretty easily. So lucky that you can research things that you're interested in nowadays. Makes it so easy. I'll make another branch here. I like these. My pine needles are just little green needles. Look at that. Like a Christmas card. I think that I need to add some snow. I'm going to add some snowflakes, making the X and the lines through it. I'll make some big ones and some little ones. There we go. Now, I feel like it's not finished. I need some sky color in there. Different things I could do. Instead of a sky blue, I could do a sunset, a bunch of warm colors. But I'm just going to keep it simple here today. I just had lunch and I played a game of ping pong against Mr. Stanley. And I beat him 3 times, but I'm a little sweaty. There is my red cardinal bird. I look forward to seeing yours. Post it, share it so everybody can see it. We'll see you later, guys.